This is Mukart, and I'm playing as Dark Age 27 right now. But today, I'll be telling you one of my experiences from my media literacy theory class on feminism. So, I'll be playing Advanced Warfare here on the PlayStation 4. But, to start it all off, today, just had an awful experience. Not awful, but it was interesting. Uh so media literacy theory. Let me tell you a little bit about that. Media literacy theory is basically a class telling you theory on how media is made, how to sell and market to people on media. And so, me being an animation major that I am, I had no choice but to take the class. So,
Team deathmatch.
here
XO online.
I what was it? It was just the first day's class. They were pretty fine, but
Care package
I ended up skipping one class that happened to be about feminism. Yeah, the big word right there, feminism. So I came back next class. Some of my friends told me, "Hey, Monty, you you forgot about you should have canceled the last class. They were talking about feminism, and the girls, they were just going in on the guys in the classroom from what I heard. And
we're in control.
just to let you know, most of the class was probably, I'd say about 75% of the class were females, the rest were males. So I could understand how they felt.
We've lost the advantage.
And I was wondering if anybody, said anything like rebuttal from the males' side, get their point of view. They told me no, the guy spoke. They kept quiet. I'm like, why? Like, what's the point? It's all about talking, and the professor wants you to talk about the class, talk in the class, and discuss how you feel about certain topics and things. So, next class where I actually decided to come, it was about the male gaze. Yes, male gaze, as in male view. So, if you don't know what the male gaze or male view is, it's basically in media, most things are portrayed through a Caucasian, blonde hair, blue-eyed, straight, or heterosexual male. So, we were discussing that in class, and they said a few things, and basically all the feminists in class decided to speak up and say, yeah, basically everything is based off the male gaze. Females don't have a say-so in whatever they view or watch. It's all about, we have to look this way, look that way, and honestly, I could understand how they felt about it, but as a guy, some of the things that I see on TV that are sold, or magazines, media in general, I feel like some of it isn't part of the male gaze, like, especially if it's a Caucasian white male that is straight, So, I'm like, what about these magazines where men are basically showing off their bodies and putting in feministic poses? How is that a part of the male gaze? So when I spoke up, all the feminists decided to basically jump me with words and nonsense, saying, oh, basically, let's see here.
Dude, everybody wants to hear you talk about guys. Just shut the fuck up.
Nah, I'm gonna talk about it. So, oh, it's okay. Maybe if you just won the game, you'd be able to get through it. But either way, basically went through this, talked about it. Girls just jumped in, chimed in. Didn't want to hear the male side of what this whole theory was about. And so I asked the professor whether or not there was a female gaze or not.
Irons is not
And
gonna
at the
like
time,
us.
she said no. And I'm like, how is there no such thing as a female gaze if there's a male gaze? She didn't say anything. She kept quiet about it. And so, oh yeah, oh yeah. And so, and so, well, let's see. And so, basically, the professor just denied all fact that there was a female gaze whatsoever within this. And it was strange. Like, how's everything from a male's point of view when it comes to media? And so it was really weird thinking about that and talking about it in class. And another discussion that got brought up was basically gamer girls and girl gamers. And I agree with some of the girls when they did say that girls in gaming basically get shit talked all the time. And I tried to tell them that there was a difference between the view of a gamer girl and a girl gamer. And so a gamer girl is basically the sexual appeal that's fake girls that don't even play video games try to show off and pretend like they do play video games. And then there are the girl gamers that actually do play video games. And I told them that, and they were like, why does girl have to be a part of gamer whatsoever? And so I tried to bring up in class that basically in the beginning when gaming was like a thing for guys,
Team
that
deathmatch.
in the beginning women used to
All right,
trash
Alice.
talk men saying
Let's
that,
keep this
oh,
quick and
you're
clean. We're
nerds,
on the
you're
clock.
not cool, you play video games, you're a kid, you'll never be a real man, if you do this and that. And when I tried to bring it up, they really couldn't say anything.
We've taken
And
control.
they were starting to get angry. But I'm like, this is a true to life fact. So how can you get upset about that?
We've
How
lost
can you
control.
basically say that it's okay for that to happen, but we can't like associate you as a girl gamer? Why does it have to be avid gamer and stuff like that? And I'm just understanding that that's how it started off. That's why probably now guys should talk to some girls because they're viewed as nerds or uncool or stuff like that if they're playing video games. And that's probably where the hate all started there.
We're in control.
So, like, we had that discussion in class. Still, it was like me, all the rest of the males in class, they didn't talk whatsoever. They kept
We've
quiet.
lost the lead.
And I'm just like, yo, it's alright to speak up. We have a right to speak as well. I understand that, it's mostly females in the class and all, but you should be able to speak your piece and be able to have a good discussion with them. But since I was the only one talking, the girls felt the right to gang up and try to down talk me and stuff like that. And so that was my experience with the class. But the thing is, at the end of my quarter session for the class, the professor finally said, there is a female gaze at the end. After all the girls were like, oh, there's no such thing. It was like, professor, near the end of the whole class, said, yeah, there is a female gaze. And it just amazed me to see, like, how they dismissed it right after she said it. Like, how quickly the whole topic got shut down.
Friendly UAV
And how they didn't want
above.
to talk about it anymore. And so, it was really interesting to me. And that's my experience on the actual feminist and feminism view of it. I'm saying there's not feminists aren't bad because they're, I think there are like three types. There's the classic, the modern, the neo-modern. And the neo-modern are what people probably today would associate with feminazi and everything like that. And those are the ones that basically give feminists the bad name. So you should just, I'd say, if for a man to talk to basically talk to a feminist at least once. Actually have a full-on discussion and everything like that. Because you never know. You might be able to explain some things that they haven't thought of before, or, you wouldn't have thought of before if you didn't talk to them. So, yeah, that's basically my experience. So, that's it. Yeah.